Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Spritzo. Welcome back to Pokemon Go. In this episode, I'm going to talk about gyms, and there are two main aspects to gyms. There are gyms from your team that you're trying to make stronger, and there are opposing teams' gyms that you're trying to defeat and capture for yourself. So in this little clip here in this video, I'm going to show you, which is an old recording, by the way. I'm level 6 here. I'm going to show you how to take a gym. The gym that's here is white. No one has it yet. There are no Pokemon on it. So as I get up to it, you'll see that it's activated. I can actually get to it and use it. When I get to it, there's a button at the bottom left. You tap that and you can add whatever Pokemon you want to the gym. The Pokemon that you add to the gym, really, it depends on what you're planning on doing with the gym. If you're planning on just getting your 10 coins for the day, just drop a really small Pokemon on there, a low level, and just get your 10 coins. If you plan on not attacking any other gyms after you go to this one, and you just want to hold the gym, then you put your best Pokemon on there. I normally don't put my best Pokemon on right away if there are a bunch of gyms near me that I'm trying to fight and capture. In this case here, I just put a very low level Jigglypuff on the gym because I want to try to level the gym up. One way to level the gym, and I think it's the best way to do this, is put a moderately leveled Pokemon like 200 or 300. And then that way, if you have people who try to take the gym from you, at least has a little bit of competition for them. If you put a 200 to 300 CP Pokemon on there, it'll make it easy for you to farm it. If you want to farm your gym very, very quickly, the fastest way to do it is only worry about fighting the lowest level Pokemon on your gym. Don't worry about the second or third or fourth Pokemon. Just fight the first one. And always use a Pokemon that's super effective against that low level Pokemon. And always make sure your Pokemon has lower CP than that one. So in a quick example, I was actually doing this when I was first playing the game. There was a gym of our teams nearby, and it had a Graveler on it. That was the first Pokemon on the gym. It was a Graveler. I think it was about 150 or something like that. It was real low. And I had a Horsey that was like 120. And it had Water Gun, and it would attack very quickly. But it was super effective, but it was also lower CP than the Graveler. When your Pokemon is lower CP than the lowest Pokemon you're fighting, if you beat that Pokemon, you get twice as much experience than if your Pokemon was higher level than that one. If you have a Pokemon that is higher level than it, you're going to get half the experience. So only farm the first Pokemon on your team's gyms to level it up. You don't need to worry about fighting the other Pokemon afterwards. You still get experience as long as you beat one Pokemon. And obviously, as you level up the gym, the requirement to reach the next level and the next level goes up. The max amount of levels a gym can have is 10. You can have 10 Pokemon on a gym. Not 10 of your own, only one of your own, but 10 different players can have one Pokemon each on their team's gym. You can have, as a player, 10 Pokemon on 10 different gyms in one day to collect your rewards in the shop. You can have a max of 10 rewards per day. Now, when it comes to battling an opposing team's gym, it's a little more involved because you're allowed to pick 6 Pokemon to battle with, much like the old original games from the Game Boy and the DS. The Pokemon you pick for your team is going to be determined by the Pokemon that are on the gym. Obviously, you want to pick Pokemon that are higher CP level and Pokemon that are super effective against the Pokemon on the gym. You can switch Pokemon out while you're battling if you tap the button at the bottom right. It'll switch to whatever Pokemon you select afterward. Also, if your Pokemon die, it'll just move to the second Pokemon in the list. The game will automatically sort your Pokemon in your party from strongest to weakest, going from the top left to the bottom right. If you tap on a Pokemon from your 6 that are available, it will let you pick a Pokemon to replace that one with. One very important thing when you're fighting, a Pokemon that's fighting you will have a little white flash around the screen when it's about to attack. You'll see white lines and a white aura. That is when you're supposed to dodge. If you swipe left or right, you'll dodge the attack. Every time you see that flash is when you should dodge. Also, when other people are near you battling in the gym, the one Pokemon in the center has to fight all the Pokemon at the same time, which means they're taking damage from all Pokemon that are fighting at the gym. Using the same method for leveling up your own team's gyms, you can use the same method to decrease the levels of opposing team's gyms one by one. So if an opposing team's gym has 3 Pokemon on it, and you want to bring it down to 0, just worry about fighting at least one Pokemon at a time. If you can beat at least one Pokemon, you'll decrease the experience of the gym, thus decreasing the level of the gym, thus removing Pokemon from the gym. So only worry about taking one Pokemon out at a time. If you think you can take all of them out, that's fine. But it's best to just focus on one Pokemon at a time, lowering the gym's level one by one. If you have Pokemon on a gym, and they fight other people while you're not there, you do not have to heal those Pokemon on the gym. If the gym loses its levels and your Pokemon leaves the gym, it comes back to you and you have to heal it. Another little tidbit of information, as you're approaching a gym, The main platform at the top will show a Pokemon. That is the anchor Pokemon. That is the strongest Pokemon sitting on that gym. Underneath the main platform will be smaller platforms that look like Pokeballs. That does not necessarily represent the exact number of Pokemon before the anchor. It just shows you a quick glimpse of the level of the gym. I had a gym that I was at, it was level 8, and it had about 5 or 6 platforms underneath it. It did not have 7. So it just gives you an idea from a distance how high level that gym is. I think that's about it for gyms. The gyms, I think the best way to just level a gym or defeat a gym is to focus on the lowest level Pokemon one at a time. Take out that Pokemon first and just take it out until the gym loses levels, or in your case, if it's your team, gains levels. Just worry about fighting one Pokemon at a time, and you should be able to take the gyms or upgrade the gyms with absolutely no problem. All right, I think that's all I've got for the gyms. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe if you'd like to. I heard the like button is broken, but that's all I've got. Thanks for watching. That's the way it is.